Sometimes the answer isn't in something new, but in something forgotten, in an ancient sound, a vibration that has been present since the earliest peoples, but which few today remember how to use. There is a single word, small, almost silent, that has the power to change the vibrational field of those who pronounce it. And more than that, it awakens something that already lives within you, but was dormant. Have you ever wondered why, even with effort, focus, and all the practices you know, your life still doesn't seem to flow as you would like? Why do doors seem to remain closed, even when you feel like you're doing everything right? Maybe it's not about what you do, but about what you emanate. And there is a specific vibration that can change that completely. It does not depend on strength. It does not require blind faith, just presence. It is called Shalama. Before we continue, do this. Write in the comments, I am ready to live in harmony with the abundance of the universe. And if you feel that this message speaks directly to you, sign up now. What will be revealed here is not found in ordinary books. It is within you, waiting to be remembered. This word, Shalama, comes from one of the oldest known languages, Aramaic, a language created not only to communicate, but to activate inner dimensions of being. In its origin, Shalama was used as a blessing, as an invocation of inner peace and connection with the cosmic order. But this is not an ordinary word. It carries a specific type of energy. It is not just sound, it is a frequency field. And when you pronounce it with intention, something begins to change. Not on the outside, but on the inside. Imagine the following. A silent antenna inside you begins to pick up a new station. One that transmits clarity, lightness, fluidity. The word Shalama is like the button that tunes that antenna. And when you do that, your reality begins to respond differently. But why does this happen? Because life responds to your frequency, not your will. You can desire something deeply. You can affirm every day that you deserve more. But if the field you hold is out of alignment, the universe's response will be blocked. What Shalama does is restore this alignment. It acts as a vibrational code, a sound that reorganizes the field around you. And this is not theory. It is observation. People who begin to use this vibration consciously report subtle but continuous changes. Coincidences increase, ideas arise, emotions stabilize. Now, you may be wondering, is it just a matter of repeating this word? Just say Shalama and everything changes? No, and yes. It's not about repeating for the sake of repeating. If that were the case, all words would be magical. The difference lies in the vibrational intention with which you connect when you say it. Shalama needs to be felt, not just said. It needs to be lived, not just remembered. Therefore, before using this word, a simple preparation is necessary, an internal alignment. The energy you emanate when saying Shalama needs to be receptive. It's like planting a seed. If the soil is hard, it won't bloom. Let's do a brief exercise now. Close your eyes for a few moments. Breathe deeply. Imagine a soft light entering through the top of your head. This light descends slowly, passing through your forehead, throat, chest, abdomen, legs, until it leaves through your feet. With each breath, this light relaxes your body. Now, visualize in front of you what you want most at this moment. It could be something material, emotional, or spiritual. See the scene as if it were already real. Observe the details, feel the sensations. Now, without rushing, repeat in a low voice, Shalama. Feel the sound passing through your body. Don't try to control the experience. Just observe how you feel when you pronounce this sound while visualizing your desire. If you feel a slight shiver, a feeling of lightness, or even a small emotion, you have just activated the field. This means that your frequency has already begun to change. But be careful. One activation is not enough. The vibration needs to be maintained. And for that, you will need to incorporate it into your daily life. Make Shalama not just a word, but a way of walking through life. For centuries, this word was reserved for spiritual ceremonies. It was chanted by healers, masters, and sages in rituals of energetic renewal, always with reverence, because they knew sound has power, but sound with intention has creative power. When you say Shalama, your field adjusts, and what once seemed distant begins to draw closer. But don't expect an explosion of events. True manifestation doesn't shout, it whispers. And it is in these whispers that the greatest changes take place. So the next step is to learn how to use this vibration at strategic moments. When you wake up, before you even open your eyes, take a deep breath and say mentally, Shalama. Feel how that word sets the tone for your day. It not only calms you, it organizes you. It creates a field of stability that stays with you throughout the day. Before making an important decision, pause for a moment. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Say, Shalama. This silent pause changes your perspective, and a decision made in peace has much more power than one made in chaos. And before you go to sleep, do this. Imagine everything you would like to see happening. Imagine it in detail. And when the image is clear, repeat the word with gratitude. Shalama. This vibration will be absorbed by your subconscious while you sleep. And what is absorbed in sleep manifests itself more strongly. These are just the first steps. Deeper practices will follow. But the most important thing now is to understand. You have already started the process. The simple fact of knowing this word, feeling it in your body, activating it in your energy, already changes everything. Enjoy this video if you felt the truth vibrating in your chest. Share it with someone who is looking for a new way of living. And comment below, Shalama is alive in me, because the frequency has already been activated. And from now on, it is the universe that continues the movement. Shalama is not a formula. It is a vibrational state. From the moment the word enters your consciousness, the invitation is established. Either you remain as you are, or you surrender to the movement it awakens. Nothing will be forced, but everything will be possible if you decide to allow it. From here, you will learn how to keep this frequency active, not just for a few minutes, but throughout the day. It is not about repeating the word hundreds of times, but about making it present in your vibration, in your decisions, in your responses, and in your silence. This is the true manifestation. The first step in making this possible is to turn Shalama into a daily vibrational ritual. And this ritual has a structure. Each step is designed to activate a layer of your energy field, physical, emotional, and mental. By practicing it consistently, you completely reorganize the way reality responds to you. Step 1. The sacred space. Every vibrational process begins with the environment. Choose a place where you feel safe. It doesn't matter how big it is or whether it's quiet. What matters is that it represents a point of reconnection for you. It can be a corner of your room, a space in your backyard, or even a specific chair. The important thing is that it is symbolically reserved for your practice. There, you will begin a short ritual every morning and evening. This will be your point of return, the place where you remember who you are and what you are building vibrationally. Step 2. The energetic connection. Sit with your spine straight. Close your eyes. Place one hand on your chest and the other on your abdomen. Take 3 deep breaths. As you inhale, imagine that you're drawing in a clear blue light. As you exhale, let go of everything that still weighs you down. Doubts, fears, uncertainties. Do this consciously without rushing. After that, say quietly, I am receptive to the energy of Shalama. My field is aligned with the harmony of the universe. Remain silent for a few seconds. Feel it. Step 3. Activation with the word. Now, say the word Shalama 3 times slowly. The first time, visualize the word entering through the top of your head. On the second, see it expanding in your chest. On the third, imagine it pulsing in all directions around you. This simple visualization creates a field of activation. Once you've done this, you're energetically positioned for your day or your rest. Repeat this ritual every day, even if only for 5 minutes. What matters is not the time, but the presence. But that's just the beginning. For Shalama to truly be incorporated, you need to bring it into your practical life. So now let's dive into 4 powerful dynamics that will transform this sacred word into part of your vibrational behavior. Dynamic 1, the immediate alignment trigger. During the day, there will be times when your energy will go off balance. This is normal. The point is not to avoid imbalance. The point is to return to center more quickly. Whenever you find yourself feeling irritated, anxious, worried, or overwhelmed, do the following. Close your eyes for 3 seconds. Place your right hand on your chest. Take a deep breath and say internally, Shalama. Exhale and visualize a dark mist leaving you. Repeat this until you feel a slight relief. Usually, 2 or 3 repetitions are enough. This small gesture is a vibrational redirect. By doing this often, your body begins to understand that it is possible to reset your energy in seconds. Dynamic 2, the intentional writing technique. At night, before going to sleep, take a piece of paper and a pen. Do not use your cell phone. The physical act of writing has energetic power. Take a deep breath. At the top of the paper, write the word Shalama. Below, write the following. My field is receptive. This is what I am ready to receive. Then write 3 wishes, but write them as if they were already happening. For example, I receive unexpected income with ease. I connect with people who elevate my path. My body regenerates in balance. After writing, fold the paper. Place it under your pillow. Before closing your eyes, say, Thank you, Shalama. This process creates a direct bridge between your conscious and subconscious mind. During sleep, this vibration is assimilated, and over the days, it begins to express itself in your reality. Dynamic 3, anchoring the response. We are often led by automatic responses. Someone asks how you are, and you say, tired, struggling, surviving. These words are commands, and they reinforce what you no longer want to experience. From now on, try something new. When someone asks you, how are you? Respond, I am vibrating in Shalama, or I am at peace with what is coming. These responses are not just pretty phrases. They are vibrational statements. And as you repeat them, you strengthen a new pattern. Dynamic 4, programmed silence. Set aside at least 5 minutes a day to be in absolute silence. No music, no guided meditation, no external stimuli. Just you and the sound of your breathing. During these minutes, repeat only one word. Shalama. Don't visualize anything. Don't wish for anything. Just let the word fill the space. This is a form of deep cleansing, a way to dissolve accumulated vibrations without having to understand them, just with presence. The more you practice silence with Shalama, the more refined your field becomes. Now that you know these dynamics, it's time to apply them. But there is one aspect that needs to be understood. Vibration is maintained by consistency, not intensity. You don't need to repeat Shalama 100 times a day. You just need to keep the intention behind its use alive. So I propose the following challenge to you. The 21-day commitment to Shalama. For 21 consecutive days, do the following. Practice the vibrational ritual daily, morning or evening. Use at least one of the 4 dynamics throughout the day. At the end of each day, write down a synchronicity or something positive that happened, no matter how small. Comentirat some point. Estoy en el día ___ del proceso con Shalama. This simple commitment creates a vibrational field of continuity, and everything that is held with love and presence flourishes. But be careful. There is one last essential point. You can do all the techniques. You can repeat the word with emotion. You can visualize clearly. But if deep down you still expect everything to change from the outside in, you will be blocking the flow. The real secret is this. Shalama does not change the world for you. It changes your internal state, and the world responds to that. Abundance does not come as a reward. It comes as a reflection. When you vibrate lightness, clarity, surrender, everything starts to move. And if something doesn't change right away, that's also part of the process. Some blessings need silence to grow. Others come slowly because they're being shaped with precision. What matters is to maintain the frequency. You're not alone on this path. Thousands of people around the world are awakening to this same vibration. And with each new person who activates Shalama, the collective field expands. Enjoy this video if you have felt the power of these practices. Share it with someone who is ready to transform their reality from within. And write in the comments, Estoy listo para vivir en la frecuencia de Shalama. Because the vibration has already begun to work. And what you feel from now on is just the beginning. You already understand the principle. You have already felt the effect of the vibration. You have already put into practice techniques that once seemed mystical, but now reveal themselves to be simple, real, accessible. But there is one last layer that needs to be integrated, the naturalness of the frequency. Shalama was not meant to be used only in special moments. It is not an emergency tool. It is a state of being, a field that is maintained when you stop trying to control and start allowing the energy to lead. And that is what this last part is about. How to live in Shalama, not through effort, but through identity. To do this, you need to understand 3 final principles. These are what consolidate the transformation. Without them, the practice becomes just another technique. With them, the vibration stabilizes and manifestation accelerates. Let's get to them. Principle 1, conscious surrender. Most people live trying to manipulate results. They try to force change, speed up processes, anticipate responses. But Shalama is the opposite of that. Its essence lies in peaceful surrender, in the serene confidence that everything is already in motion, even when the eyes cannot yet see it. Surrender is not passivity. It is presence without anxiety. It is action with lightness. When you trust the frequency you emit, you don't have to chase after it. You naturally attract what is aligned with you. Whenever you find yourself impatient, wanting something to happen right away, stop, breathe, say, Shalama, ya está sucediendo en el campo invisible, and go on with your day. Do what you can, but without tension. Remember, vibration works even in silence. You don't have to see it to know it's working. Principle 2, natural repetition. Repeating is not insisting. Repeating with intention is reinforcing the vibration. Many people give up quickly because they think the practice didn't work. But it's not that it didn't work. It's just that it wasn't enough to change the field in a stable way. Repetition creates depth. All energetic change goes through 3 phases. Interruption of the old pattern. Installation of the new frequency. Stabilization and manifestation on the physical plane. Most people stop at the second phase. They start well, feel something different, but then go back to automatic. That's why repeating Shalama should be light but constant. It doesn't have to be all the time, but it does need to be every day. You can use subtle reminders. Write the word on your mirror. Use it as a temporary password on your cell phone. Set it as your background image. Write it in your notebook. Whisper it before entering important meetings. Each small repetition is a reinforcement in the field. And this field, once nourished, begins to operate on its own. Principle 3, vibrational identity. Everything you want already exists on some timeline, in some vibrational field, in some possible state of your consciousness. The question is not how to make it come to you. The real question is, who do you need to become to live this naturally? Shalama works precisely there. She adjusts her frequency to what you want. But if, after using the word, you return to old patterns, complaining, self-sabotage, comparison, doubt, the field fragments. That's why Shalama's final practice doesn't involve technique. It involves choosing an identity. Start asking yourself, how does a person who lives in peace act? How does someone who feels guided by the universe think? What words does someone who trusts their own journey use? And then, act according to those answers. You are not trying to manifest. You are becoming the version of yourself that already lives what you desire. That is true manifestation. How can you reinforce the Shalama identity in your daily life? Here are 5 small actions that will keep you in the vibrational state of the word. 1. Wake up with clear intention. When you open your eyes, say, Hoy me mantengo en Shalama, sin importar lo externo. Today, I remain in Shalama, regardless of external circumstances. 2. Eat with presence. During meals, breathe before the first bite and repeat. Que esta comida me fortalezca para mantener mi frecuencia. May this food strengthen me to maintain my frequency. 3. Listen more than you speak. When you are in a conversation, practice active silence. Listen carefully and say mentally, I am at peace. I am vibrating in Shalama. 4. End the day with vibrational gratitude. Before going to sleep, recall 3 good moments from the day, even if they are small. After each one, say, Shalama. Thank you. 5. Celebrate subtle signs. Every little synchronicity, every unexpected encounter, every new idea, recognize it as part of the alignment. Even if it seems simple, say, this is Shalama working. These small actions create what is called a coherent vibrational environment. And when your internal environment is coherent with the frequency, the external environment must respond. The moment of the invisible decision. There comes a point in the journey of any vibrational practice when it is no longer about testing or experimenting. There comes a moment when you decide that this is your new reality. And that moment does not come with fireworks. It comes in silence. It happens when you say inside, I'm not going back to the old. That is the point of no return. When that decision is made, the field changes permanently. You may even have difficult days. You may experience emotional ups and downs. But something inside you is no longer fragmented. Because now you know, and once you know, you can no longer pretend you don't. That is the true power of Shalama. It doesn't take you to a new place. It brings you back to who you really are. Life after the frequency. Many people ask, what happens after Shalama starts working? The answer is simple. Everything reorganizes itself. Relationships change. Opportunities arise. There is clarity in decisions. A constant peace. A quiet knowing that everything is right. But more than the external changes, what is most striking is the internal state. Less rush, less pressure, more joy in the little moments, and a constant feeling of being on the right path, even without understanding everything. This is living in Shalama, and it is possible for anyone who stays in the process. Like this video, if you felt something anchor within you today, share it with those who are ready to live a new reality. And write in the comments, Yo soy la frecuencia de Shalama. No regreso a lo que ya no vibra conmigo. Because from now on, you are no longer testing a word. You are embodying a new vibration. And everything around you has already begun to recognize it. Shalama.